What the fuck is up on a... What day is it?
It's a fucking Saturday.
It is.
We don't normally do a Saturday, but since we did 6 Feet Underground with Reaper this past Wednesday, thank you all for joining that one.
It was a
And
fucking blast.
continuing to view that video. So those of you that missed it have been going back and watching it, and I'm so thankful for that because Dennis is a super fucking talented guy.
For sure.
So that was awesome, and for him to take the time. And we got a fuck of a terrible list here this evening.
Oh my goodness.
I guarantee it's made of old vegetables, rotten worms, and a whole bunch of turkey fat, known as the 10 best riffs every guitarist must know.
No, you gotta say it right. It clearly says every guitarist must know. They spelled it wrong. I mean, yes, I've been known to misspell, things in my reviews once in a while, but
that's pretty bad.
Letters across the top of the goddamn page. Come on.
And to keep in mind, folks out there in Three Witches Land, this comes to us from theguitarhead.com. So this must be somebody who has played hours and hours and hours of Guitar Hero.
Oh, for sure. And at least my reviews are well written. This is a hot steaming pile of donkey poop.
I mean, the worst pile of beeb that you could ever walk into, with bees just flying around there waiting to fucking get you in the ass. So,
yeah, for sure. But before we dive into it, check out this quick word from Throttle Addict.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Now, I really got to commend Gangis here for his work on this commercial.
Sure.
After talking with Throttle Addict, they told me that Three Witches is the first of multiple companies that actually got what they were looking for in a commercial to advertise their products.
Hello, it's a record company. It wasn't hard to figure out, put bikes in the background.
Well, I don't know. They must have been sticking, the entire cast of Toy Story in their commercial for them to fuck it up that bad. So congrats to you. And also, obviously you could see there from the commercial, it's kind of like a more alternative style of motorcycle gear, but at the same token, it's for everyone. You don't even have to be a fan of motorcycles. Those fucking designs are fan-fucking-tastic.
They definitely are.
Go to throttleaddict.com and enter the special code Reaper all caps and get your 15% off. As a matter of fact, they've already decided to send me another shirt, so
nice.
I'll be showing that very soon. All right, let's get down to this piece of shit fest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be good when right off the bat, the first thing they say, just when you thought it was safe, I'm back.
It's got to be JD, that motherfucker.
He followed us again.
God damn. It's got to be him. I swear he just moonlights.
The guitar riff is one of the pillars of rock and roll. Classic riffs are basically masterpieces in their own right. That magic combination of notes that penetrate your soul. An immortal riff is perhaps the most solid way to become a legend. Riffs have defined bands, careers, and generations, and there's so many great riffs it's hard to come up with such a short list. However, we'll try our best. In no particular order, here's 10 riffs every guitar player should know.
Of all time.
You know, right off the bat, I hate the immature and unintelligent writing style.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
It's bad.
I mean, first of all, I'm not even quite sure why this song even landed on this list, considering it's not exactly a super popular guitar riff that any budding guitarist, hey Bob, how's it going?
Hey,
Good to see you, brother.
I mean, isn't it only like legit 4 different notes?
It's literally one fucking string.
Yeah.
One string. One fucking string. Now, don't get me wrong out there in Three Witches Land. I love Rolling Stones, but god damn it, they are not riffalicious. They don't hold or wield the guitar that is undoubtedly the riff of the gods. Only one person can do that, fucking Tony Iommi. Agreed. And runner-up would be Randy Rhoads and fucking Dimebag Darrell. But I digress. So they decided to choose I Can't Get No Satisfaction as a riff that everyone should know that is a guitar player, and this is what they should be playing. Now, don't get me wrong. If you love the song, you get down to it, you want to jam out, by all means. But top 10 of all fucking time, are you kidding?
Yes, Kelly. Kelly, tonight is the 10 best guitar riffs of all time that every guitar player should know.
The top 10 all-time riffs that every guitarist should know. And they started with I Cannot Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones.
Come the fuck on. All right, well, what's he have to say about it, Reaper?
Oh, this shit fest gets even better. Here we go. A simple yet extremely moving riff by the Keith Richards. Were we about to say that he's like the incomparable, the legendary, or the corpse that just won't die? Is that what you're saying to us? No, he just says the Keith Richards. When in doubt, pinky out. Composed of only 2 bars of music and mostly single lines. What that means, folks, is, yes, you heard it here. He wrote the whole riff on one fucking string. One.
Wow, how novel.
Your Aunt Sally and Tutti Frutti, on a Saturday night, Rudy wants to fucking play a song. They can learn this one because it's one fucking string. One. And you're telling me it's one of the top 10 motherfucking riffs that every guitarist should know.
Come the fuck on.
I believe the great legendary Pete Steele agrees with me.
I think he does, for sure.
I believe he does.
There it is. Yeah. Pete himself. Yes.
You heard it here, folks. Back from the grave.
Yep.
So he goes on to say, this would be a good choice for a beginner guitar player.
Look, I can't even hardly play the guitar, and I would already be bored out of my skull playing that riff.
I'm sorry, but, a lot of, beginner guitar players, no offense, I know there's a lot of adults that end up doing it later in life, which is fine. Right. But when you take your basic, let's say 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, the last fucking song he wants to learn is this 1965 classic.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking, oh, fucking Slipknot, and dare I say Metallica. Fucking Megadeth, Lamb of God, shit like that. Probably Pantera, and of course, Black Sabbath. So that is the last fucking song that any kid would want to learn. So the fact this guy said this tells me once again, he must be a champion of Guitar Hero.
Must be. He must be. Kelly, this list is by theguitarhead.com.
With a name like that, he's certainly at the top of his dumb shit class. All right. He goes on to say, I don't know why, but okay. This doesn't even tell anyone anything.
No.
But make no mistake, advanced guitarists can also learn a lot from the simplicity that encompasses so much punch. Bat punch. That is what you get.
Yep.
That is what you fucking get. Shut the fuck up with that noise. I mean, it's a fine song, and it's great if you're like, I don't know, smoking a doob and just fucking like, you know, I don't know, trying to trip out or whatever. That's great. It's a great song.
Right,
but guess
but
what?
like,
not every fucking guitarist who's sober wants to play it.
Absolutely not.
And then he says, is one of the Rolling Stones' biggest songs. Sympathy for the Devil beat the fuck out of this song. So
agreed.
I don't know what they're talking about. It really did. And then it says it starts with the Honky Tonk Woman beat that song and all the earlier stuff out of the water.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then he says it starts with a killer and unforgettable riff. You mean the same 2 bars, 1 string.
I wouldn't call that a killer riff ever.
I guess I could pick up the 6-string motherfucker, play a fart on the fucking strings a little bit, and I got a classic. I've got to take a beam. Here's a guitar.
Oh shit.
Oh, and it just gets worse from here.
Now, okay, now at least the second one is actually one of those classic things that almost all new players actually play.
It is to a degree. I can't take it away from it.
At least we can give it that, but that doesn't make it one of the best riffs of all time by a long shot.
Just because this song was maybe on your folks, your parents, maybe your uncle, your grandpa, on his playlist as you were growing up, does not make it one riff that every goddamn guitarist needs to know.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Smoke on the Water rears its ugly head yet again. As though there was never any other Deep Purple song that was any good, because guess what? This is the only one they ever reference.
Yep.
Shit, if they would have changed it to Token on the Water, I bet you the song would be a fucking hellaciously good jam, because this one sucks.
Well, let's see what Asswipe says about it.
Oh.
There's a good chance this is among the first riffs a guitar player learns.
Okay. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And this says a lot about the staying power of this riff. Oh, please. Without question, it's the most famous Deep Purple cut. Okay.
Did they even make it into the Rock Hall of Fame?
I honestly don't know.
I don't think they did. And if they did, it probably took damn near 50 years to do. Because
See, composed of a simple succession of power chords, this riff is super easy to play. As a matter of fact, Smoke on the Water is one of those favorite songs for young bands that are just starting up.
Right.
Yeah. Immortalized by the legendary Ritchie Blackmore riff, this song was released in 1973. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares when it came out.
No.
Just saying. What the fuck does that have to do with the song? Exactly.
Couldn't have said it better yourself.
Anything more than what it is, that a bunch of old people keep bringing it up.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all I got to say about it.
Agreed.
Not much more I got for it.
Nope. Next.
So, yes. Before we get to the next one, let's take a quick commercial break from our good friends over at royal10clothing.com.
Check it out.
All right, stay tuned for all the latest and greatest new designs coming out this year from royal10clothing.com. Like I said, affordable horror merch of all different kinds, including bands as well. Check them out, and they ship very fast, and they are high quality. So definitely check them out. This next one I can actually agree with. It was very difficult. I lost sleep over it. Anytime that I hear classic AC/DC, any of the big tunes, especially Back in Black, very, very recognizable, very fun for guitar players to play. They do it all the time. And a lot of them did start out by doing it, when they were younger. So obviously that band, because of the way Angus Young played it, made it very fun to play. And, it's something that's stuck in everybody's mind. It's like you could sit there and go, hey, look what I just learned. And their friends would go, oh, fuck, it's AC/DC. Exactly. As soon as you fucking hear it, you know it. And 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking hours after that, you're humming it in your head.
Oh, for sure.
Now, this is hilarious because the paragraph on this tune is fucking short compared to everything else.
It's like the best one they've mentioned, at least so far. If not,
and they have the least to say about
it. And they have nothing to say about it.
The least to say about it. So, guitar head, fuck you. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So, I like what he says here, though. Few riffs are as powerful and punchy as this masterpiece by guitar legend Angus Young. He is a legend. He is in every way, shape, or form, and still playing to this day.
For sure.
It says it combines a few power chords with 2 licks to give AC/DC the biggest song from their biggest album, also named Back in Black. Don't ask me what the hell the rest of this has to do with the song.
It doesn't.
This album is one of the biggest selling records ever by any artist. Released in 1980, it sold over 50 million copies.
Who gives a fuck? That is
now. Did that tell any of you out there in Three Witches Land why you should learn this song?
It's powerful and punchy.
Other than it sold 50 million copies?
That's all they gave us, which is nothing. That gives absolutely no reason why I want to go learn this fucking riff.
He literally only said powerful and punchy. He's not talking about rhythm structure, the way he broke up the rhythms to make it more elusive, the little trills that come in between. Motherfucker, I could have wrote it, and I'm a goddamn drummer.
Ouch.
How does that feel, guitar head?
Mm-hmm.
You're too busy with 2 goddamn dildos stuck in both ears. That's what you're doing, the hokey pokey, and you fuck yourself about. All right, here we go.
That's what it's all about, brother. That's what it's all about.
This is a hell of a lot better than what this jagoff had to say. God. Sometimes I even surprise myself. Thank you, Satan. Thanks for not hating.
Shit, this next one.
I am on crack tonight. Let me tell you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Really?
I will preface this with saying that yes, this band made a multi-million-dollar amazing career for as long as it lasted.
For sure.
Based on the fact of using 3 power chords for every song.
Every song. And while I like this band, I would never call them guitar gods or say that their riffs are any of the best riffs ever.
Nope, but anyone who grew up during the 90s who was a guitar player more than likely played that song I don't know how many millions times.
That's true.
And when they decided to have offspring, they obviously brought it to the table.
Right.
Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
Even out of all of their songs, if I had to pick one, I wouldn't pick that one as having the best riff.
No, I actually would have chose like something off of not in utero, but the other album. I actually thought those songs were much better.
Agreed.
Like all the way around.
Yeah.
This riff that put Seattle on the map back in 91. Great. Excellent writing. Nobody knew that. A series of palm muted bar chords by Kurt Cobain set off a revolution that put grunge on the top of the charts. Guess what? Somebody did it before, you asshole. Mm-hmm. And their name is Alice in fucking Chains.
Yeah, exactly.
They were out long before you, so fuck off.
Agreed.
My cat is just trying to kill my fingers. Anyway. Despite its simplicity, it almost sounds like a 180-degree turn from everything that came before. It is the most recognizable song and riff by Nirvana, and a very popular one with guitarists all around the globe. How many different guitar players have I had on Reaper's Underground? Mm-hmm. Or you've interviewed that ever said that this was one of the most popular covers they ever played?
None.
Zero.
No.
Zero.
Absolutely zero.
So don't begin to try to say that you can speak for every guitar player around the world. Because 9 times out of 10, if it's over in Europe, they're too busy playing Rammstein.
Or anything else that's, better.
Anything else that's good, yes. Much better.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I don't know where they get this shit. And then, unfortunately, we have to move on to...
Yep.
I mean, when you heard it back in those days, it was, I would say, somewhat revolutionary.
That is
the riff itself is great. Definitely one of the better offerings that Jimmy Page did, in my opinion, with Led Zeppelin tunes.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote it in the late 60s, and it still resonates profoundly today. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking song.
It is.
It helped make Led Zeppelin one of the greatest rock bands ever. What's that got to do with the guitar riff?
Absolutely nothing.
Recorded in 1969, this riff and song remain one of the most learned.
It does.
What does that have to do with the riff?
Absolutely nothing.
Even though the entire Led Zeppelin catalog is a riff mine. Oh, he was trying to be cute there. Like a minefield. All the stuff blowing up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Come on. Whole Lot of Love displays the power and finesse of one of the greatest guitar players ever.
Okay.
Two things wrong with that statement.
Yeah.
Number one, he's not one of the greatest guitar players ever. There are so many other good ones.
Yeah.
Two, what exactly did any of that have to do with the riff and how it's put together?
It didn't.
Like nothing. That was the most horribly written. I mean, literally, the guy says 5 different ways throughout one paragraph. Great riff, one of the best of all time.
Exactly.
I think he needs to take your master class, and
he
really needs to immediately go see the Wolf Hawk.
You know, I think you're right. He does need a good old Wolf Hawk session, doesn't he?
That was awful. That's just...
Yeah.
Fucking terrible.
Terrible.
I had a fart earlier that was much better than that.
I believe it.
And a burp snort.
You know, I ate my emotional support ice cream earlier, and I'm lactose intolerant, and I guarantee the gurgly noises in my stomach are more exciting than these riffs.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, Kelly, this guy needs to be fired. Agreed. Especially for bringing up this next one.
I mean, are you surprised?
Oh, I mean, I'm not.
No. But really, fucking Sweet Child of Mine.
What's funny about this is that to this day, Slash, this says that this is his least favorite song to play.
Yeah. And it's not his best song either.
No, not even close.
No.
Fucking Mr. Brownstone was better.
Yeah, and honestly, I think, you know, what made Sweet Child of Mine a decent song, I mean, yes, we all fucking hate him, but Asshole Rose's, you know, his vocals on that song are kind of impressive at the time.
For the time.
I'm not saying they're good now, but like, I don't know. Anyway, let's see.
I feel it. I feel that. I do. I'll give him that. I will give him that.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that record was the only time his voice was any good.
I'll agree with that also. You know,
what really made that song was the outro when he was soloing all over the fucking place and tore the fucking house down with his fucking prowess.
Agreed.
It was amazeballs.
For sure. Let's see what he says.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. The story goes like this.
So it's story time, kids.
Story time. Slash was fooling around with his guitar and started playing a riff. Drummer Steven Adler spoke up and told Slash to keep playing it, and the rest is history.
Ooh. Wow, that told me all about the riff.
One time, there was an ugly barnacle, and he was so ugly that everyone died. Yeah. That stupid-ass story from SpongeBob is a better story than that. Come the fuck on.
Yeah, he doesn't even get the Patrick Star Award.
No, definitely not. The riff for Sweet Child of Mine is an instant classic based on outlining chords through some sort of arpeggio? Do you know what arpeggio means? I'm starting to wonder.
I don't believe he does. I don't think he even knows what the hell he's talking about. And he might have just, I don't know, briefly read an interview somewhere, found the word and said, oh, I'll throw that in there.
It's not an easy riff to play, but just like most things guitar related, practice makes perfect. What?
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Fucking brilliant.
Sweet Child of Mine, released in 1987, became Guns N' Roses' biggest hit and a classic rock anthem.
I mean, let's face facts here. If you're learning an instrument, practice always makes perfect, motherfuckers. Exactly. What the hell? You don't have to tell everyone that. Everybody knows. They want to know how did he construct it? What chords did he put together? They're not wondering all this. Great riff, man. That's not enough.
No, that's definitely not enough. You want to do just a straight, say whether it was good or not, fine. But you're supposed to be telling me why this is a riff that all guitar players should know.
And if he paid any kind of fucking attention to anything that Slash ever said or was ever written about that riff, he would know that that Slash composed that from a blues scale arpeggio.
Yeah.
Again, saw a word, thought he'd sound fancy, threw it in there.
Yeah. Next.
Yes.
I'll agree with this for sure.
All the fucking way, man. No riff list would be complete without Jimi Hendrix. Yes.
Very true.
But what does that have to do with Purple Haze? Not a thing.
No.
And that is a fact. Purple Haze has become a guitar player's standard tune at jam sessions and other scenarios. It gets worse from here. I'm just letting everyone else out there know that is watching and fucking suffering as we are suffering. He goes on to say, and this includes the likes of Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Slash, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Released in 1967, Purple Haze is one of Jimi Hendrix's best-known songs and features several classic riffs.
What?
He didn't talk about the riff one fucking time in that whole paragraph.
No, not once.
Kelly, you get the garbage can. I'll grab a baseball bat. Gangis, you bring coffee and bleach.
Sounds good. Just don't mix up the two.
That was ass fucking horrible. I mean,
terrible.
The lowest form of life wouldn't eat the garbage and germs that just came off of this paragraph.
Agreed.
Which tells me the fact that they're now going to mention Black Sabbath, things are going to go south real quick.
Oh, boy.
They chose a great one. They chose Iron Man.
They did, and I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, too, even though there's countless others that I think were even better.
Agreed, but at least it is definitely iconic.
Oh, totally. To the bone.
I mean, you just hear the very first little bit of that at the beginning, and it's like you instantly know what the hell you're in for.
That was before anybody really knew how to make a sound like that without a whammy bar.
Sure. Let's say what he's got to say. This classic song by Black Sabbath features the accompanying immortal riff by the great Tony Iommi.
I'll take it.
It is probably the best known heavy metal riff ever.
I'll take it.
Will you?
A little bit. For 1969, absolutely.
Okay. It has the added benefit that the actual riff is also the main vocal melody line as recorded by one Mr. Ozzy Osbourne.
What?
What?
Seriously?
Why do we care?
They were a band. He
Yeah.
didn't record it by himself.
Recorded in 1970, it still sounds menacing and very heavy today. It's another favorite riff learned by beginners as it's fairly easy and just sounds so great.
Now, did we learn anything about the riff?
Nope, we didn't.
He didn't talk about detuning the guitar. He didn't talk about how he did the trill in the beginning with the vibrato. Right. He didn't talk about the fact that, because of Iommi's missing fingertips, is what really gave it the sound, because he used fucking thimbles.
Exactly.
Which every other guitar player out there has tried to copy and has not been successful.
No, they haven't. I don't get it. This list is pissing me off. It's horrible.
Oh, I'm definitely going to need therapy. Trust me. At least they didn't bring up the breakup.
Yeah,
I'll give them that. They didn't go for the guts.
Oh boy, here we go.
Now tell me why in hell that they would put a Beatles song as one of the 10 greatest riffs of all time that every guitar player should know how to play.
Even more so, why Day Tripper?
Day Tripper is such a slow, non-chunky kind of riff.
Yeah, I mean, you get that down, but other than that, it's just very slow, very boring.
It's great if you're high.
I would have been much happier with, Run for Your Life.
I would have been fine with any of the classics from when they first came out.
Yeah.
Might have even accepted, what's the one they're always making a big deal about? Helter Skelter.
Yeah. I've been good with that, but
that was a decent riff. Is it something that everyone should know how to play? No. But if you want to broaden your horizons, it's great.
Yeah. Released in 1965, Day Tripper features a classic riff that is both easy and fun. It's fun. All right, if you say so.
Great.
Like many riffs in this list, its beautiful simplicity is what made it classic. No band had a stronger impact on music and culture than the Beatles.
Okay, what the hell's that got to do with the goddamn song?
Nothing, and that's a very bold statement to be making from someone who clearly just, chose Guitar Hero's greatest hits. Okay?
Guitarhead.com, people.
You can even make the argument that their influence is present in every riff in this list. What? Okay.
So...
The Fab Four have plenty of classic riffs in their repertoire. Day Tripper's the best.
Not even close.
Not even close. Kelly, I'm right there with you. I'd love to talk to this person.
I'd like to beat the hell out of him for being so stupid.
Agreed.
Doesn't belong on this list. And I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
With the next one that comes after it, I just want to straight up puke, diarrhea, whole 9 yards, elbow drop of doom, Wolf Hulk, you lose.
Agreed. I just can't. I can't right now. I need a commercial break.
Yeah, we're gonna need it because this next one's gonna hurt.
Agreed. Check out this word from our sponsor at Disea's Creep Shop.
Check it out.
All right.
Best handmade horror collectibles. And
Lance.
Very, very soon we're going to be able to show you some of these new creations.
Absolutely.
As her shop has very much expanded into a lot of other avenues as far as collectibles go. And the clothing, her clothing game went straight the fuck up.
It did, for sure.
Unbelievable. Disea's Creep Shop, Etsy.com. What's up, Lance from Des Moines, Iowa? Not too far from me. Right on.
All right. So they saved what's probably one of the shittiest. That's the last one on this horrible list.
It is.
It
and
is.
I can't wait to read the wrapping it up part at the end.
Oh, boy.
It's a peach. It really is.
Yeah, more like that peach in Labyrinth that Sarah bites into as a nasty worm.
More like a peach that somebody took a beeb on.
Agreed.
Lance, the dolls you saw were from Disea's Creep Shop, and she makes them at Etsy.com. We do not sell them in our store.
All right. Fucking Enter Sandman. Come on, McCrapola. Why?
Enter Dickfuck. That's what I would have called this pile of horse shit. Yep. There are so many goddamn Metallica songs from Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, or Master of Puppets that they could have said if they had such a hard-on for fucking Metallica. They act like the shit never happened, that they weren't at the beginning of the thrash revolution, and at the time were very fucking good. Yeah. Until they got very fucking bad when Enter Sandman came out, and suddenly I felt like a tractor done rolled over my dick.
I'm right there with you,
took my balls with it.
I'm right there with you, Kelly.
So yes, the Four Horsemen. Yeah. Yes, Four Horsemen would have been a great fucking song. Hit the lights.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
You know, it's another one that's a little bit, overplayed and stuff, but I even think For Whom the Bell Tolls has a better riff.
Oh, big time. There are far more bands covering that song than fucking Enter Sandman.
Exactly.
At this point,
let's see what he says.
At this point, Enter Sandman would be great as a fucking like jazz lounge tune.
Honestly, I think I would like that.
It would be a hell of a lot better. Seek and Destroy, most.
Oh yeah, for sure. Rules. Let's see. Kirk Hammett and James Hetfield are one of the best-known guitar teams ever.
Iron Maiden.
In Enter Sandman, it's clear why. This riff is extremely powerful and pushed Metallica into the mainstream back in '91 when it was released. And it's still a favorite riff to learn for many guitar players, though not particularly easy.
Aside from all the bullshit that Gangis just had to read through, and I apologize in advance, brother. But let's face facts. What the fuck did that have to do with the goddamn riff?
Absolutely nothing.
All that said was, wank, 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 I'm jacking you off, and here, give me a courtesy. Reach around. That is what the fuck we got about Enter Sandman. Couldn't tell us a damn thing about the riff. Nothing.
Exactly.
He said guitar team, like it meant something. What was the guitar team there? Ding, 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 ding. Wah. That's all you got. That's all you got. Fucking the whole goddamn song. And then Kirk pretends like he still knows how to solo somewhere in between, and then comes back to that horrible beginning again that we would never expect from them. I mean, to their credit, they're credited, you know, all over the goddamn place. People are spending way too much money to go see them.
Yeah.
And I mean, at this point, I would rather go watch Iggy Pop and the Stooges at age 75 than listen to another fucking Metallica record.
Agreed.
So he actually, yes, fuck Metallica, yes. Absolutely.
I understand.
It was a whole dick riding fest. That's all I know. Yes, Megadeth should have been. Any of Megadeth's riffs would have been appropriate.
So looking back at this list, I'm honestly pretty sure
I learned nothing.
No. Usually I
all the songs.
Something by this point, and I'm just like, is it fucking bedtime yet? You know, looking back at all the stuff on there, I'm pretty sure all of these actually were on Guitar Hero.
Right. I don't know about that, Chris. You say that Kirk is the king of the wah-wah pedal. Jimi Hendrix first. Gotta say it. Number 2, Jerry Cantrell.
Agreed.
Of Alice in Chains is also amazing at the wah-wah pedal.
No, for sure.
Shit. And if we're talking about fucking Metallica, the best wah-wah player they ever had has been unfortunately laid to rest in the Hall of Fame of legendary heroes, Cliff Burton, because every time he played the bass and did that fucking solo, and I know you know the one I'm talking about, it was insane how he used the wah-wah pedal on that bass.
For sure.
Just saying. I think, honestly, though, Kirk uses it as a way to hide the fact that he can't solo for shit anymore.
Sounds about right.
Because in the early 80s, he wasn't wah-wah that motherfucker in all the thrash days. Not so much. He was a fucking, it just came out of Exodus, fast fingers, the whole 9 yards, flawless player. Although Dave Mustaine is better. Just got to say.
Agreed.
Dave Mustaine, all the way.
Yes.
I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one for me.
That is.
Well, he even adds a section here at the end called Wrapping It Up. And here we go. Get ready to puke. There is nothing quite like a great riff. It can set off a mood and make your heart pump blood faster. Really?
What?
It does? I mean, I don't think it's just the riff.
No.
I think it's the rest. It's the constant build-up. A good riff gets you interested, it gets you hyped, and you're ready for the big bang when the drums kick in and the rest of the band.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on here. Like in any short list, there will inevitably be some great ones left out. No fucking shit!
Not to mention, I think there's only 2 great ones on your list. You left out way too many.
He's lucky that Iommi was on there.
Yep.
Shit. I was about to drag him out and beat him with a can of go fuck yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
He got him and he got Jimi Hendrix. I was happy for that. But no Slayer. And he says, so please don't stop at 10. Learn as many riffs as you can. The modern music industry. Now he's talking for the whole music industry here.
Oh, wow.
The modern music industry, as we know it, is largely dependent on riffs, and rightfully so.
What?
Really? That's it. That's it.
That's it.
You just got the elbow drop of doom. It's inevitably apparent that he knows nothing about the business.
Clearly.
Today's music depends on auto-tune and synthesizers. Oh, and let's not forget fake programmed drums.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaters.
For sure, Kelly, for sure.
I'm telling you, the guy must be like a world champion at playing fucking Guitar Hero, because he didn't know a damn thing about any of the guitar players.
And
seriously,
he's still not even done.
No.
One last thing. Take a few minutes to look up
Chris.
Guitar Tab for these riffs. Or even check out some YouTube videos. Some of these iconic riffs are easier to play than you may think. Come on.
So, you know, he's kind of like the YouTube of guitar players. Like I learned by, I don't know, some stupid fucking YouTube video that suddenly made him think that he knew anything about fucking guitar players.
Okay. Shit.
I mean, the guy does kind of sound like he's probably 80 years old, because most of his list was made of the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like to me, you know, he decided to stop fiddling around with his small dick and decided to pick up the guitar as a hobby. And then I instantly know everything there is. So I'm going to write a column.
Yeah.
Worst fucking review of any of these songs. And honestly, none of them are that bad. It's just I wouldn't have chose them for a list of top 10. Where the fuck was Zakk Wylde?
Yeah.
Where was Randy Rhoads?
I don't know.
I would have took Prince.
Yeah, I would have been okay with that.
Shit, he even referenced Steve Vai and Joe Satriani. Either one of them could have been on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are riff machines.
Absolutely.
Personally, I think they just got tired of asshole singers and decided to just do their own thing, which is totally fucking fine.
Oh, yeah. That's fine.
Oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, where was Pepper Keenan?
Where the fuck was Pepper?
Pepper is by far, in the last 20 years, since Downs, Downs started in 95, 96.
Yeah.
That man's been pumping out monstrous fucking riffs since that time. Almost 30 fucking years, and he doesn't make this list?
You, sir, suck.
Something's wrong.
Agreed.
Dimebag Darrell should have been on this list.
He should have been.
He single-handedly wrote some of the greatest guitar riffs of all time, in my opinion. Sure, his career was cut short, but man, think about where he would be if he was still here.
Absolutely. And do you know, there's a few I can think of that could have been on here.
Kenny Hickey could have been on there.
Oh, hell, you know, either one of the guys from Rammstein could have been on there.
Oh, I
mean, yes, we both agree it's way overrated, but Du Hast has a better riff than half this fucking list, and it is something a lot of people learn how to play, so I would have been okay with it.
You know what, Lance? I would have took Ace Frehley because, I mean, let's face it, the guy was definitely ahead of his fucking time.
Absolutely.
And then again, I can't even believe I have to say this. What about Eddie fucking Van Halen?
How did they not put Van Halen on here? What the
How?
fuck?
How is that even possible?
How is that possible?
I would have took a guy that just passed away from Shadows Fall. That guy's fucking guitar playing was top goddamn notch. They're still talking about his fucking riffs. I would have even took the guy from Slipknot.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but he's the big guy with the long black hair.
I know who you mean. I don't remember
his
name
either. I think you and I just single-handedly, where are we at? We just named about how many fucking names?
Quite a few.
At least 5 or 6. Shit, I bet you we could pump out 4. Kerry King.
Yep.
Shit.
Let's see.
Oh. Shit, I'll take the guy from Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats.
Yeah.
That guy's a riff master. He don't solo, but goddamn, he comes out with the riffage.
Absolutely.
How about the guy who plays for I Hate God?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, Johnny Five should be on here somewhere.
Yes, Jeff Hanneman.
Yes, Jeff Hanneman.
He was the whole fucking riff maker out of fucking Slayer. Alex, that was his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You really...
even the lead guitar player that plays for Ghost.
Yeah.
His riffs are great.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Guitar Head, you really missed the fucking mark on this one.
Oh, man.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
He had one fucking chance. One.
No, he had 10 of them on this list. And you still didn't impress me.
I guess what I want to say is you had one job and you fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were too busy watching Pornhub. Oh, man. Here, the moral to the story, folks, is don't claim to be an authority on something and then turn out a whole lot of bullshit that you cannot back up. Oh, in 65, it was a bona fide hit. That's it? That's all you got? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no, what'd she say?
He was shooting the basket at the wrong basketball goal. Yeah, and I think his ball was half flat, too.
Shit. That nozzle was broken. It had nothing.
Shit. Well, on that note, folks.
I don't know. I suffered.
Agreed.
Terribly. Mercifully.
That was horrible. That was horrible. I'm so sorry you had to suffer through that, but at least we all suffered together.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for out there, Three Witches Land, for suffering with us.
Absolutely.
For giving us moral support. I swear,
it.
It's like we're all just one big metal therapy family.
For sure.
My goodness. But until next time, to the next shit show.
Yes.
Because I know that there is plenty more really bad fucking lists out there that we just haven't grabbed yet.
Oh, there is, for sure.
So give it time.
Yes. But until then, folks, you know what to do.
Stay heavy.